Welcome, friends. It's good to see you. My name is Remy, and I definitely had a joke that I was going to open the stream with, but then we had a nap and I forgot what it was going to be, so, oh well. Fuck it, it just means we get to the Hollow Knight faster. So, we are continuing with Hollow Knight Silksong, which I'm excited by. Obviously, this game continues to bang. Uh, let's run some content warnings just very quickly. Well, I cracked the game open. So Hollow Knight is a game that contains violence, fantasy violence, swordplay with no particular gore or detail. Uh, there are certainly bugs. Every character is a bug. If bugs are things that bother you, then this may not be the stream for you. The series is not a stranger to body horror, so perhaps that is the thing we will be experiencing. Difficult to know. Downloading content must have been a patch. Um, Oh, crud. I forgot to plug that. I'll finish doing the content warnings and then do that. Uh, the Those are the content warnings for the game. Content warnings for myself. I am a strange person who sometimes makes weird jokes about sex and also jokes about weird sex and talks frankly about their trauma. If that's not your vibe, that's not your vibe, and that's okay. I'm gonna plug the Ethernet cable into the laptop to make sure we don't lose signal. Give me just one moment. The hell do we do this? I like that the button command is window shift and then yeah, window shift and then a direction. Easy to remember. Alrighty. That's Silksong. Why am I not hearing it? Ah, I am. It's just very, very quiet. Okay. That's the dingle-dong of the controller starting, because I continually forget to turn the controller on before starting. Let's pump up the game audio just a little bit. So, we're in uh, halfway home, you might notice, which is maybe you think that's strange because you watched the end of last stream and we ended last stream over with the fleet caravan. Why are we here now? Well, I went and did some work in my off time on Saturday, and so here's what happened. My intention was to go and get a whole bunch of rosary and buy those things at Pilgrim's Rest, the big ticket, the tool belt, which I got, and uh, the couple of tools that Mort was selling. Got those. We can carry 500 shards now as opposed to 400. I'm not certain what good this will do us, but that's a thing now. It also says that we can carry more tools, but I don't think we were limited by our choices in that matter before. Meh. They offered an upgrade. I took it. So I did that and then went around. The thing that I wanted to do was clear out the bestiary a little bit. Specifically, I wanted to get those fucking uh, crocodillos off of my list. So I went and got a little good at that fight, the fight with the crocodillos up in Sinners Road. And then when I was wandering around Sinners Road, I found a door that I could have opened the very first time I was there and just neglected to because I was busy trying to do something else. Let's crank that up just a touch. So we're gonna go back up there. I turned the audio down and yeah, I sure did. That's why that's like that. I was like, it's much, much quieter than it should be. And the reason it's much, much quieter than it should be is because I turned the audio down, it turns out. I didn't go through, but I did open it. So let's go back to Sinners Road and go through that door. And I want to try and get to... I found another thing to open while I was around here. The thing that's actually going to take us to that... that upper path to the left at the top of the second tower you can see on our map here. So we're going to check that out too. I want to be very thorough about these sort of low-lying areas before we start climbing up to the Citadel. Please do not get it twisted. We'll be marching to the top of that tower, but... First off, oh, well, I didn't mean to wake you up. Here we go. But first we are just gonna see what's left around here. No, not this way. That way's blocked off. Via a vertical leap we can't make. Over this way, however. In the room with the grub water. Well, let's back out of that real quick. That means all the damage I just marked on those two is going to go away, isn't it? Oh, well, it's only fair. I'm healing, they should too. Yeah, well, that's on me. We'll try that again. I was trying to keep the fight between just me and that one with the little whippy sword. What are they called in the bestiary? Certainly they have a name. Let's look at you. Because they don't have an immediate name like I was going with Abbott and Costello for the big crows. Roach Feeder and Roach Catcher. Roach Feeder being the one with the whippy sword, and Roach Catcher being the one that I was calling Spicus, who I would probably continue to call Spicus. Alright, right back here. Where we were. We'll just grab that cocoon back. Ow. There we go. How many rosary do we have? We don't have anything to spend it on at the moment, I don't think, just for my own edification. Like 500? That's not nothing. Or just hop up this way. Yeah. Hang on. I think that did it. Yep. That's perfect. Because you can't attack straight down, but I can attack straight up. Now we have a big space on their own to fight the Spikus. Get rid of you, tiny mite. Well, alright. That's not ideal. Can I get both of you trapped in this little cage? I don't think I can. I don't think I can even do that for one of you right now. Ooh. I sure can't get myself trapped in that corner, though. That's not how I wanted that to go at all. One more time. Should I just run past them? This isn't the interesting part. Come back here. I need Silk back. Thank you. Come on. There we go. I'll just heal real quick. Crash you. Run again through the area with all these crocodillos. Nope, fuck you. I deny you purchase. Alright, so now we know how to do this. Keep this fight manageable. Just do that nice and easy. Come over here. Knock out this Spikus real quick. Or, oh shit. Heal real quick and get rid of those grubs. It doesn't heal. When you use the heal to get rid of the grubs, it doesn't actually heal you, it just gets rid of the grubs? That sucks. Okay. I get it, but that does suck. I dislike it very intensely. I'm just gonna go over here and get this cocoon, because that's gonna refill our silk. There we go. Can I get up far enough to activate that Spikus that comes in from the right? I don't even know where you are. So what activates you? Is it just activating the... Yep, sure is. You're not even, you're not even in the level until the other one comes. Fuck, what were you called? I just looked it up. Roach Keeper. There we go. Let's double check. Roach Feeder, which I apparently still need to get a couple more of before we have that sorted out in the bestiary, but we will get there. Motherfuck. Right, so here's the crap. Here's the door. We'll get back to it, I guess. The reason that I didn't get it open the first time was partly because I was busy doing that fight I just died doing against that Spicus in that sort of narrow space, and that distracted me from looking at the surroundings. And the other thing is that I then got fixated on the spike thingies above that area, trying to use the sword bounce to jump across them, which I did, but they didn't actually lead anywhere of use. Come on. Oh, that's on me. Got too greedy, got hit. It's like that sometimes. Nope, that's not the way I meant to go. Go back this way. Supposed to lead to the upper door here. Yeah, apparently there's like, I don't know how big of an area of Center's Road I missed by completely ignoring this zone, but well, fuck. Yeah, it doesn't heal at all when you use the heal to get rid of the grubs. It just gets rid of the grubs, which makes sense, I guess. I kind of wish it did both, but it's a status effect. It's meant to be difficult to clear. Well, not difficult, but it's meant to be a... It is meant to be an extra thing you are meant to clear, and therefore requires extra attention. Well, I didn't mean to heal there, but I'm glad I did. Get down, please, so I can hit you. I understand, again, that this is not a compelling argument. Over here, lead back so that the mite on the wall doesn't get to us. Oh, well, you can jump off into the infinitude, that's fine. This makes my job easier. Can I just cheese you out this way? And just, like, barely hop over this lip? Well, no, it turns out. There we go. Come back down here where our cocoon is waiting, which allows us to heal to full, and finally through this door. So what the fuck is on the other side of this? Well, the spikes that I shouldn't have run into, but... Another of these. I don't want to call you... I don't remember roach keepers or roach feeders or whichever ones you were. I'm gonna call you wardens? That feels good? Right. Crap. Okay. Okay. So I've fallen, and it turns out that goes back down to the room where the green prince is. Or rather, it is the same room where the Green Prince is, just further up. So now we have to go back through this room. Bonus, the wardens and the spicuses are all gone. So it's just a couple of mites that are standing between us and just getting there. And, you know, the precision platforming. The wonderful, beautiful, acrobatic precision platforming, oh no. What a hardship. I'm just gonna stay here then. And just deal with y'all one at a time. Ow. Alright. There's like a couple of different ways left we can go. Oh, there's a bench like right there. Oh, and Chakra is apparently over here. So I was wrong when I said that we didn't have things to buy over this way. Right, so there's one of those spiky wheel things. I don't know if I described them before. They're a circle with spikes coming out of them at all of the compass directions. And that's what we've been bouncing on with our downward slash to get across gaps. But this one's on a string, like a pendulum, swinging back and forth. So I'm probably going to have to hit it with some degree of accuracy to get to the other side of that without falling in the grub water. Again, the grub water won't kill us, it'll just make it so we can't use our magic, but I'd rather not do that. There we go. Not very difficult. Just a little bit intimidating is all. Here's a bell bench. Apparently the bell bench is having a difficult time raising. Is there... Okay, let's do this. Let's talk to Chakra. Child-wielding needle. These are stale roads, ill-fitted for warriors such as ourselves. There is fair combat here against the roach beasts and their keepers, but the air is sickly, and the water writhes with parasites. This environment is harsh indeed, though life seems to adapt itself to many hardships. Do you believe your master traveled these roads? I had thought not at first, but upon closer search I found the fragments of a trail winding through these fetid rooms. Perhaps she saw something here that I did not. Her senses are often keen where mine are clouded. And we can buy the map to Center's Road, finally. You've purchased the last of my stock, right? Let me just go down here. I'm just gonna jump into the grub water as much as I don't want to. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if there was a... It's just on there now. I was kind of wondering if there was going to be a hidden entrance down here to beneath the... where the bell thingy is. Where I could maybe hit whatever the hell is causing the bell bench to not rise. Oh no, it's over here. It's on the left, at the very top. There's a... Ooh, okay, so the thing I said about the pendulum before, there's two of them now. With spikes underneath it, so I can absolutely fuck this up. What do you want me to do? You want me to bounce off the lower one and then chain that to bounce off the upper one, which is now on the other side of the... Okay, that sucks. There we go. We're just gonna hop. Oh, I was gonna say over you, and we did, and then you, Ooh, this is a very narrow corridor. This is a very narrow window. I only have 1 health left. Okay, can do this. I believe in me. There we go. We are just gonna... Oh, that's not enough silk to make that happen, huh? Nope, we need to do a chain bounce across some more swinging tires. They're very spiky for tires. Don't worry about it. They're meant to grip the road, is the thing. This is completely doable. What's on the other side of that? I really wish I could see over there. Yeah. Okay, but now I know what's over there. So when I respawn, finally go all that way back. Do those fights that I found quite difficult the first time. And get over there, I'll know what to actually expect. Knowing's half the battle. Again, the other half of the battle is the battle. I'm just not gonna bother with as many enemies as I can on the way over there. Because that, well... I don't think I can make it all the way up to... all the way up to where Chakra was without actually fighting anything. You fuck. Alright. Let's take out this Spicus real quick. Do our bounce, do our bounce, do our bounce. Oh, well. Missed the third bounce. That's unfortunate. Again, it's just going into the grub water is the penalty for that, but I would really rather have not have been in the grub water. Come over here, start this fight. Can I just keep you in there? Like, sort of. Right. Forget that mites don't get knocked back, not knocked back. That's, it sort of, came through my blows, which wouldn't be the first time. Okay. I wonder how many times I'm going to have to redo this. And the answer is probably at least once more. But that's okay. This is a learning exercise. By the time I don't have to do it anymore, I'm going to be very good at this run. So, a thing that I did today was try to play another Steel Soul run in the original Hollow Knight, because again, that's, I've talked about this, that's a thing I keep wanting to do and haven't yet done in the original Hollow Knight. Oh, I didn't mean to heal, that's fine. And then something happened with my game on Steam, where it wouldn't let me start a new Steel Soul run, even though I had just, like, crashed one. So in order to be able to actually activate Steel Soul runs again, I had to go rebeat the game, which is fine. I had a save file that was just... that was, like, just at the finish. All I had to do was, like, go collect 1 or 2 items and then fight Hollow Knight and Radiance. And it reminded me, because one of the things I had to do for that file was turn the King Soul into the Void Heart. And I hadn't actually watched that scene in a while. The one where you climb up through the abyss, sort of following the path of Hollow Knight before they got trapped in the egg. And I had forgotten how much that scene fucked me up. But it did all over again, so there I was watching the final credits roll crying. When I say that Hollow Knight as a game and now as a series is something that's important to me, I do mean it. Right. We go this way. Well, okay. So the good news, I think, is that this absolutely does the thing I thought it should do, where I do all of this incredible platforming. And at the end of that path is definitely going to be the thing that's keeping the bell bench from rising, so I can actually use the bench over here. Just a little bit too soon on that dash. So it wants me to do. Let's go back. Oh, that's also not a guarantee, huh? Alright. Wow, that's really difficult. Like, even if I start at max health there, that's a real rough run. I don't know, they just kind of put a little mini path of pain over in Sinner's Road for some reason. And listen, I'm not here to say that I'm against it. It looks like a fun challenge, one I am quite glad to do because it will make me better at this. I just sort of didn't expect that to be where I was at today. Alright, come here. Let's have a sword conversation. What did I call you? Wardens? Alright, I feel like I jumped over that, but whatever. And do a bounce, do a bounce, do a bounce. Mite jumps out of the cage, and it's doing just fine. Knock it into the grub water over there. Should I just not worry about it? You have to be shitting me. Oh, that's so frustrating. I decided to disengage from the Spicus and the Warden, but the Spicus had already thrown one of the Spicuses, and it apparently stayed spawned in world long enough for me to fall like down a story and get hit by it as it was coming to rest. That is a real shame. Let's have a quick sip of water while we wait for this elevator to do its thing. Okay. Hop all the way back up. All of those 500 rosary we had are gone now, by the way. And that's fine. Like, there's a reason why I decided to go and run around and buy big ticket items while I wasn't being streamed, right? Because it's just easier to do that without pressure, and it's easier to not feel pressured to do new things, right? It's like I can just go back through the same area I've been through just because it's... Ah, crud. Just because it's easy to get. To farm rosary, and I don't have to do that thing that I do when I become very aware that I'm streaming. It's like, no, you're boring people. It's like, whatever. It's just us here. I can walk along these city streets I used to walk in peace. Well, I disagree. I disagree with that fall, and further the spike that I got hit with on the bottom of the fall, but that's fine. Should I go back over here? Yeah. I'll pick up that little piece of silk down there. I think after I have a fight with this warden. That'll give me enough leeway to actually heal. Motherfuck. Alright. See, the problem with that is that I do actually have to win the fight with the warden first. Oh, I don't know. I guess I could have just healed while they were on the far side of that platform. I probably just should have done that. Get down here. Thank you. Make our way through the quiet room with the sleepy crocodilo. Oh, no. Upper floor. I don't even know if it's going to be worth going there into the bell room. It'll mean that I won't have to do this run back again, which would be nice. I don't know if that's even useful, because I'm not really sure how much more Sinner's Road there is after this. Alright, well, I managed to knock that one into some spikes, so that's good. You get out. Let's just go ahead and heal while I'm safe for the moment. There we go. Crush you. Should I just be trying to throw you into the... I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. To throw you into those spikes? I bet that would be a lot easier. I'll try and do that next time. I mean, presuming there's a next time, by which I mean there's not going to be a next time, because this time, this is the run. Why can't I knock you into those spikes? The ones on the side of that cage there. Okay. We are going to try this path exactly one more fucking time. Because it's very difficult, and the run here is very long and arduous. And I don't want this to be the entire fucking runtime of the stream. It's already been an hour, almost. It's 8:50, as we started at 8 o'clock Central Time, if that's something that interests you. Okay. Okay, that's something I should have been doing. I'm not trying to leap across and hit the pendulum when it's at its furthest point. I'm trying to hit it when it's at its closest point and then using the movement of the diagonal slash to follow its path. That makes a lot more sense. I mean, I just fucked it up right there, but that's what I'm supposed to be doing, I think. Did I just scamper up the wall? Yeah. Huh. Neat. Can I just keep doing that? Yeah. That's cool. So when I'm crouched against a wall and sliding down, I can hit the R button, the R trigger, the one that activates Hornet's Hunter's Run, to just leap up the wall a small amount. With its own like little bespoke animation that looks adorable. I love this. I need to quit doing it and then instead of that play the video game. Bonk and bonk and bonk. There we go. That's so much better. Okay, well we have to jump into the grub water for this, which sucks, but I think that's because yep, there's the vines that are stopping the bell bench apparatus from going. And there we are. There we are. It's done. I just hop back up here onto these platforms, which I might describe as rickety and dangerous. And am in fact doing so currently. They're rickety and dangerous. We just hop back over this way, and it'll be fine. And we rest. There we go. Just needed to change my perspective a little bit. Stellar. There's a bag of rosaries up there, but I think I can't reach them at the moment with my current kit. So now we don't have to do that run back. I mean... let's see. No, that goes directly down into the area where Green Prince is, and I don't want to do that right now. Yep. Alright, so now we can actually explore this room. There's a number of ways to go off to our left. And we only did the one because it was the one that said there was a bench there, and it ended up being like half a truth. Or it's a full truth, I guess. There was a bench over there. No, I can't jump that way because there's a gate in the way between me and that mechanism. I have to go further up and go down here. There we go. What does that do? Oh, that lowers that cage, which will make that an elevator so I can just get up here instead of having to go through that room I just went through with all of the fucking wardens and spicuses. Uh-huh. So going up led us to this tiny little corridor of a room with two trapdoors in it that we can activate. It looks like they both go up to the same spot. There's a glowy thing up here. I bet there's something cool inside. But I'm gonna have to do some more platforming to get over to it. But whatever, we just did that thing with the bell station, so Oh, there's crocodigators over that way. I don't want to go over that way. Let's do the platforming first. I'm more confident in my ability to tackle that challenge. Okay, well, fell into the grub water, which is... Oh, look at you! You're big. You're carrying one of the big spiky religious icons on your back. I bet you hit like a train. You were just covered in chains under there, huh? Is there anything interesting over this way? You can only get so wet. I might as well go into this grub water. But no, there's just a thing with spikies. Oh, you roll? Okay, you're not covered in chains. You just have chains all along one arm that you are using to punch me. Oh, and whip. You whip also. I was just thinking it'd been a long time since I've been whipped. But this isn't quite how I wanted that to go. Oh, damn. Alright. But we're back here with the bell bench, so not too far of a run. Now we can take out that massive chain Hulk. Now that we know what we're doing, let's go back. Just go back and heal and pretend that that series of fights didn't happen. Actually, let's do it again and pretend that I didn't just jump in the grub water again. There we go. Well, I've fallen, is the thing. Void Stranger text you fallen. I should play Void Stranger on the stream sometime. It's very good. That's another game that has a lot of meaning to me. And also an absolutely kicking soundtrack. Ah, fuck. Okay, well... Oh, Spike was hidden by the foreground, huh? That's a shame. We're not even gonna go back to get that fucking cocoon. We're just gonna go up from here. Wait for this warden to come down. Hey. 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 Alright, or not. No, you can come down this way, that's fine. Oh, I forgot that I could just take that elevator up instead of going through that room. The room that I just said I didn't want to go to, the room that I was very excited that we unlocked a shortcut so we didn't have to go through it. The one I just died in? Yeah, that one. Forgot about it, like, instantly. It's like that sometimes. So now that I know how I'm supposed to navigate those swinging tires, I find them fun. There we go. Oh, we just got the bestiary thing for you. What is it? Roach Keeper. A grizzled older roach tender weighted with a lasso of heavy chain. And apparently I need to defeat 9 more of those before I get the commentary on it. Oh, hey, there's another exit over this one. Not an exit, another breakable wall. Or it might be an exit. It is an exit. Where does it go out to? Ooh, pretty. There's those little flappy moths. The Mist is the name of the area. We're gonna come back to you. We're not gonna take very long, we're just gonna explore the rest of this room. And get this... Oh, that's a lot of rosary, it turns out. Good. And then what's this way? The way with all the fucking crocodiles. I say all the... There's one. That's clearly already too many. Oh no, there's 2. They're both down there. I could probably just avoid them if I fell, but I don't know... I would just really rather not fall is the thing. Oh, and I can't... Okay. Well... This isn't going quite the way I had wanted. Because now there's a whole bunch of them down there, just sort of chirping upwards at me. Alright. That went spectacularly poorly. Let's try again. Punch up. There we go. Stay just out of range. Only leap in when you're confident. There we go. I said bespoke animation before talking about that wall jump that Hornet has. And I did mean it, but sort of one of the things about this game, and certainly, almost certainly one of the reasons why it took as long to come out, is that all of the animations are bespoke. But going back and playing, I'm just taking a little bit of a break because A, my leg has fallen asleep, and B, I need a little bit of a breather before I try that shot again. going back and playing Hollow Knight earlier today, like uh, like actually playing through areas of the game as opposed to just doing a God home run, which is all combat, uh, did make me much more aware of, like, I knew that this looked better. Better is one of those terms. Uh, there were this is more heavily animated than Hollow Knight was, but I didn't really realize just how much. Like the sticking animation that Hornet has on the wall, where she like clings to the spot she stops in for a moment, and then slowly slides down where her knees like start bunching up around her chest. Like Knight just sort of slides down with no particular change in his posture at all. Like the jumps are just jumps, the slashes and all of that. They look good. It's not a bad looking game. It's not a poorly animated game by any stretch of the imagination, but they clearly went the extra mile, like making this much more, making Silksong much more vibrant. Ow! Oh. Whoa. And I absolutely love it. Okay, so I died because I was too, I was a little too enamored with that poof parachute escape I did accidentally. Alright. Damn, okay. This time we're going to remember to take the shortcut. Except we're not going to remember to take the shortcut because we're not going to have the opportunity to take the shortcut because we're going to die. That was purposeful. That's a world reset. These are speedrun strats. Oh, hey, I can't get in that little cage with the rosary in it. Think. Ow, okay. It does... The thing about jumping into a cage is that it does trap you in the cage. It turns out. There we are. Okay. This time for sure. Alright, got over the first. Series of tires, and that puts us over here where the Hulk is. Oop. Excellent. I just need to make this hop, which should be fine. Yes. Okay. I thought that there would be a way to actually get over on that platform easily, but it doesn't look like there is. Do I need to do a hunter's run from like a little ways back so that I have extra clearance when I'm jumping? It might be that. Let's try that once we get back over there. There we go. That's so much easier to just knock that warden up into one of the spike tires. I should try to do that every time. The fuck? Brain just did a thing I was deeply unhappy with. It's like that sometimes. Crap. Alright. Well, I thought I could jump all the way over you with one big dash. Apparently that's not the case. Shit. Alright, I'm just gonna run back into the fucking... run back into the bench room real quick. Just sort of reset all that aggro. Come up here. Back down. Okay. This time, though, this is the run. Worth noting, because I did title the stream this, I did misnumber last stream. Ow, okay, fucker. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. Instead, I'm gonna go die over here. I think what happened is that I set up the stream. It was supposed. Last episode was supposed to be episode 6 and not 7. I think what happened is that I set up the stream, incremented the episode number without naming it, got lost doing some other prep work, and then forgot that I had incremented the episode number. So this is episode 7, and I still could have used the 7 Deadly Sins joke, because apparently we're still going to be in Sinner's Road. You know what? just gonna go ahead and do that. Actually, why am I fucking around with that whatsoever? I can just make this easier on myself. I got good at this fight. Ooh, okay. Still having difficulty telling the difference between the animation for the chain whip and the animation for the big throw. So there's that. I'll sort that out later. Just crunch you. I'll just wait for you to come down here. There we go. This is a much easier way to fight you. I mean, shoving you into that spike-head tire is the easiest part, but failing that, just attacking you from underneath, yeah, that works perfectly well. Okay. There we go. I need to remember to use my spear thrust more in the middle of combat. I've gotten good at remembering to use it as an opening salvo. Like, you can get in a couple of, if you have full thread, you can get in a couple of spear thrusts as like the first thing. But once you do that, you are still rebuilding Silk over the course of the fight. You might as well use it again once it's all built up again. Yeah. So here's a gap that's too long to really broach with a regular jump. Huh, and I don't think if I use the Hunter's Run from the platform I fought the Hulk on, that I can get up to the platform I'm currently standing on, because there's one of those spiked tires I'm meant to bounce on along the way. And I don't think the momentum keeps up while while I'm doing that diagonal slash. Can I just start from here? Yes, I can, is the answer. Great, that's exactly what I was supposed to do. Wonderful. I should have healed. I should have healed before trying that. But it's okay, now I know what I'm doing. Ow, please. Okay, let's just go back to the bench. Bonk and bonk. Oh, I thought I was out of the range of that. Apparently not. Here we go. I'll just get underneath you and fight you down here. This is better. Use that environment to your advantage. Okay. Got myself. It's fine. I only fell a little way. I'm just gonna take a little mini break for a second. Just to relieve the pain in my back. A little tired. Mentioned that we had a nap in the middle of the day, and part of the reason for that is that we went and walked to the library to return some books. We are fortunate that we have a library like within walking distance, which I quite like. I probably don't take as much advantage of it as I should. But there's there is the bus line that I take to get to and from work. It goes from roundabout where I live to straight to downtown, the downtown core, and it passes like directly by the library, but there's not a stop in front of the library, feel uh, which I feel feelings about. I feel like there should be there's one some little ways away from it, just in front of the mall, the big mall, not a strip mall, the big multi-level mall. Ow, okay. I'm just gonna fight this crocodile down here, I guess. No, I'm not. I'm gonna get eaten instead. It's just strange to me that there's not a stop there, because it would make visiting the library a lot easier. I'm not incredibly certain who makes those kinds of decisions. But if that person is watching, it's you're probably not, but whatever. Hey, here's my petition. Put a fucking bus stop in front of the library down there. That map's money needs to go to something. What is that map's money going to, now that I'm thinking about it? There's been a project here in Oklahoma City. I live in Oklahoma City, maybe you didn't know that. That's been purported to be rebuilding infrastructure in the Oklahoma City area. And I know part of it is meant to be going towards the bus system, but I'm unsure precisely how much and in what way. That is something I should look up, actually. Ow, okay. Alright, well, we got it. I sort of disagreed with that hit. I feel like that animation should have been done already, the end of that long punch animation, but here we are. Oh, well, 2 chain whips in a row, huh? No, there's just a really long follow-through on that animation, huh? The chain punch. Like, it hangs on that punch extension for a really long, not a really long time, but longer than longer than I sort of feel like it should. But I suppose that is the point of the animation, is to, the reason it lasts so long is to sort of trick you into running into it. Ow. Right, we're getting better, is the thing. We're getting better at it. I just need to actually learn to do this fucking Hulk fight twice in a row. Alright, I think listening to your audio tells is actually better for me than watching for your animation, because the wind up on the chain whip that goes all the way around the Hulk and the chain punch where they reel back and then punch forward and dash a little bit is very similar, but the sounds they make to do both of those animations aren't the same. The one with the chain punch sounds like a wind up, that what? Aw, shit. Okay, I thought I had more room to run off of that platform to make that leap. It turns out I didn't and got eaten by a crocodilo, therefore. Completely fine. This is how we learn. I need to start on the platform before then, which is a little bit wider. So that I can have the correct amount of run up. See, having done it, and now being here, I'm very glad I took the time to open up that bench. Because if I was having to run all the way from, holy shit, we had a little bit of visual lag there that just caused me to fall. That's fine. If I would have had to run all the way from halfway home to here every single fucking time, I would have quit. I would have stopped and we would have just gone to try to ascend to the Citadel. I don't want to do that because this area is like really interesting now. There we go. Yeah, listening for the sound cues is a lot easier for me there than watching the animations. Okay. I'm just gonna... No, I can't stay back here and heal. I'm just short. I feel I jumped over you. You disagree, apparently. wonder how that looks to chakra. The respawning process. Is it just that I'm there and... Is it just that I wasn't there and now that I am there? Or is it that... Are we on, like, Dark Souls rules where... Like, theoretically what we're actually seeing is, like, is a very short time loop, and the one where we pass is the one where we actually got everything right. So to her, it doesn't look like we left at all. Anything else I want to talk about while I'm here? Artist I Like released a new song this week. I don't have a lot to say about it, but I think it's a very good song. The artist is Starving Narcissist, who I got into because they had a very good In Stars and Time fan song. Well, I'm amazed I got away with that. I fell down into the Crocagator pit and then just ran. But the new track is called Eden Eden. And it's about how capitalism is bad. So, you know. That's just like fucking candy for me. That's a slightly dismissive way to phrase what I think is quite a good song. But it gives you, I think, the person at home an idea of whether or not you will enjoy that. Just heal real quick. Oh, I didn't mean for that to be the way it went, but that's the way it went. A lot of folks in Sinner's Road have multi-hit attacks. Like, basically all of them. The Spikuses throw 2 Spikuses at once. The Wardens here have that apeshit attack where... Should I call that that? I need to do some research. Have that multi-slash attack that hits for... that can hit twice before it's done. I'm just gonna... There we go. Just control the battlefield a little more than I had been. I sort of feel I should have made that jump, but... Alright. This time. This is the run. One of these days I'll get tired of saying it. But it's not today. Here's the thing, is that I'm actually getting pretty good at that fight against the Hulk. Oh, well... Okay. So, taking on the crocodillos one at a time is something that I've found I'm alright at. Because they're they do not have a lot of attacks. In fact, they just have the one actual attack, the one where they leap at you. Which I got alright at recognizing because the wind-up for that is they just stop moving entirely. Like, you know how a cat gets when a cat is about to leap on a thing, where they sort of like hunch their body back and then just go completely still, like a coiled spring, and then bounce forward, like that. Okay. Alright, listen, you fuck. The whole reason I don't play Smash Brothers anymore is because I got tired of that guarding. That's untrue. The whole reason I don't play Smash Brothers anymore is that I no longer have people to play Smash Brothers against. Because that was a thing that was happening in the home, and then the home got different. Can I just get to the other side of that? I mean, yes. Yes is the answer. I can just get to the other side of this. Alright, that's a big gate. And the mechanism's right here. This is probably the upper level of the room that I said I didn't want to ever be in again. And I don't want to fall down and prove myself right. Well, no, that can't be the case, can it? Because that room had a definite ceiling. So I wonder what happens if I fall down this way, but right now I don't want to test it. Oh, right, fuck. Well, we fell in the grub water, and now we don't have the grub water anymore. On the other hand, I really would have liked to heal. That would have been nice. That is gonna be really tight, climbing up that pathway. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, here's the thing. I've proven to myself that I can do that the way it's intended with all the combat. I went there, I did the fucking I did the fucking platforming. I fought both of those Hulks on their platforms in one go. This time I'm just gonna fucking run past them. So we can get to the other side of that and see what's actually over there without having to worry over much about surviving combat to do so. Because the Hulks are actually, as big as they are and as hard as they hit, they're actually quite easy to avoid. Okay, well, not if I jump directly into their jumping attack, but you know, usually. Holy shit, Darmond! Damn, bud. First of all, I didn't expect to see you here, and second, you really took that fucker out, huh? Zazu's a mount, apparently. Let's have a speak with you. What the hell was your voice like? Right, you used the word kip, so I gave you like a Arthurian. How dank and fetid are these ancient roads, sister? My delicate whiskers are nearly overcome by the stench of evil in the air. Woe betide those with delicate senses, such as poor Zaza here. The shadow of that ghastly citadel falls heavily on this place. I've seen many mighty structures fall to decay in my time. Such places often become home to predators. You should keep your sights trained on what lurks in the fog, sirs. Take care, Garmon. Whatever dangers these lands present, I'm sure what waits in that citadel will be worse. Aye, sister. Until that citadel is reached and justice is served, Zaza and I shall not fall. Good for you. Glad of it. There's definitely a shiny down there. And I'm willing to bet if I get over there, it's gonna be a fucking string of rosary. But that doesn't matter. I still want to see what it is. I'm gonna have to fight that mite on the way. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Even worse, it's a shard bundle. We can just keep going down? We can. Yeah, okay, so this doesn't lead into that other room. On the other hand, I don't know if what's down here is terribly useful. Some more spikes. There's a little pathway over to the side. Oh, someone caged up that poor flea. And we are supposed to see that and go, oh, let's go get that poor flea, and not notice the crocodilo that's hiding in this other cage. So let's take care of that first. Did that other crocodilo get at us from up there? It looks like that cage it's in is intact. We are gonna have to bust into this cage. There you go. Nope. Okay. That was perfectly acceptable. Okay. Oh, I wanted to heal, but don't quite have enough silk at the moment. I'm amazed I got that off. It's not the first time I've said it, and it won't be the last. Yeah, let's just keep sinking this way. The way up, the path upwards, I don't think I actually described it well, is a very narrow corridor with spikes lining both sides. The space that I'm supposed to land in to be able to wall jump between the spikes is quite narrow, and will require very, very precision leaping. So I don't want to go do that right yet. Huh, okay. So, went through a room with like some crocodilos in cages. They don't appear to be able to get at me. And it leads out to this like pier. Except instead of water, it's over a descending field of spikes. And I'm currently wondering what happens if I just like leap of faith this shit. So yeah. All right. Managed to get to the other side perfectly fine. Getting back is going to be a little interesting, I think. Oh, no, I can just climb this and then jump over. Yeah, I think that's the case. But we'll do that later. I want to see what's down this way. Besides, obviously, a lot of crocodillos. Huh. That's cool. How close can I get before you start attacking me? At least this close. So that spiky religious icon we've been seeing all throughout Greymoor and now Sinner's Road is here, except much bigger, made of what looks like bone and sinew. There's some crocodillos under it just sort of snapping at it, in a way that makes me think that there will be a boss fight underneath here. Yeah, okay. Yep, you do both come up here. Alright. Yeah, so maybe fighting the two crocodilos at once is the thing that's going to be the boss fight. Bonk. Okay, well, that's not ideal. Fell down. I'm gonna have to run back up, but that's okay. Do I want to go back to the bench and just heal? No, that's fine. Yep, perfectly okay. So now we have full... Just fighting that exactly one warden without getting hit. Completely refilled our silk bar. Our spindle. I think the game calls it a spool. I like spindle more. It's a more fun word. And yeah, I'm just going to do the thing I said I was going to do and leap over these hulks. I wonder if Garmon's still on the other side. Let's find out. No. But the Hulk isn't here anymore either. So, that's interesting. So, down, I think, is the way we're meant to go now, because there's that big religious icon and everything. I think that it's going to... Whatever down there is going to be, like, story interesting. So I want to go up first. Through this, platforming challenge and see what the hell is on the other side of it. That's not it. Even just getting up there is a motherfucker, because that first jump has to be, like, the exact correct height. Oh, or does it? It doesn't. I can just use the parachute pants. And then I get it all in one go. Oh, well, here's a... I was about to say mini-boss fight. It's just another Hulk. And presumably it's going to drop, like, another one after this. But I don't... Oh, no, just the one. Oh, a simple key. So, if we want to, we can now just go let Green Prince out of their cell. Again, I don't know if we want to. I'm probably going to. I would. Oh, there's a little path over this way, behind a breakable wall that I did not break previously. You don't say. Oh, it's a whole new area, apparently, called Bile Water. So, do I want to fucking go through here first? No, I want to go check out the thing with the religious icon downstairs first. Because again, I think that's going to be an interesting story beat, and I really want to check and see what the hell it is before we go through a whole new area. Which I guess we have two new areas now that we can explore: the Bile Water and the Mist. It's 9:52. I'm gonna try this run one more time, and if I crash on it, we'll take a break. Or if I succeed on it, we'll take a break, because taking breaks is important. Just gonna ignore this fucking spike as find my way back up this way. My voice is getting pretty rough. I heard back from the voice acting thing, by the way. They want me to re-record my my takes. They had notes, which I view as positive. If it were trash, they wouldn't have bothered to give me notes. I just need to sit down and do it, which I will after work. It's just a strange feeling, is all. Having done like this, which I have been pleased to call amateur voice acting for a while now. Actually going through something that's a little more like an audition process is mildly terrifying, regardless of how well it's going. No, I'm not gonna bother. Okay. So should I just run in and, like, jump stab that first one to just start arcing damage? I think that's probably the case. Oh, good. I actually managed to separate them. That's wonderful. Got them. Fantastic. Well, that did something. It shook. Uh, and made a little bit of a pop, and then the big pile of... I'm not gonna lie to you, they look like spider eggs, that were over here, has turned into something I can rest at, so I guess let's rest at it. Oh, hey there. Neat. Uh, let's talk to you. You're called Styx. Hey, that's one of my favorite bands. I don't know how well the microphone is picking up the hissing. I'm trying to hiss. It looks like it's doing it. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep hissing because that's the way the text is written. If that noise that I just made upset you, um, I'm sorry. Turn the volume down. I will let you know when I'm done making it. When the text boxes are off the screen, I will be done making that sound. I saw you. I saw what you did. Strong you are, mistress. Small, but so deadly. And your scent, well aged. That's not a really nice thing to say. You have come to claim me, and I am yours. I didn't. This is a turn. I am your humble servant. I have no interest in mastery over you, sir. If my slaying of these creatures aided you, it was merely by chance. Farewell. Farewell. Know that the strong claim the weak, and the weak must serve. I am yours, my mistress, and you must protect me. See what I have built here, prepared for the coming of my mistress, my powerful mistress. While you are away hunting, I will grow you something good, but the work takes time. Return to me soon, and you may have what I grow. Okay, let's talk about consent. It works both ways. Yeah, I am just going to read the text as written, actually. A slave must feed his mistress. Morsels will I grow. While you hunt, I am working, as always. Cool, Sticks. I don't know if I'm going to be back here often. I suppose I should, just to see what the hell it is. Or actually, let's go back this way. Let's rest here, since there is a bench. Might as well. And this is where we're going to take our break. Before we do that, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, the lives of people of color matter, that Palestinian, Ukrainian, Congolese, Sudanese lives matter. There are many ways to stand in solidarity with your fellow travelers on this earth. And I personally like to advocate for mutual aid, as it helps people who are suffering right now suffer less. And people who are suffering less can stand shoulder to shoulder with us as we make a little bit of a human wall. So I'm going to take some time to do a little bit of self-care, and of course I suggest that you do whatever self-care is useful to you during the break. But what I'm also going to do is go on my social media of choice, which is Mastodon, and check out the mutual aid hashtag. and boost what I can there, see if there is any way I can be helpful to people who need a little bit of help. I suggest you check out mutual aid initiatives in places where you operate, both online and in meat space, because the only way we get out of this is together. The only way we get out of this is through. The only way we get through this is together. You can crunch it down to the only way we get out of this is together, but I think it lessens the impact of the idea. Anyway, uh, I'm going to stand up, do a stretch, drink some water. Uh, hey, if it's time for you to take your meds, maybe take your meds. I will catch you back here in like 3 to 5 minutes. Please join me then. Hey, I'm back. Did you miss me? I missed me. I want to show you some art I made. Fox, who has been in the chat for most of these streams, although isn't here now, that's not a. I'm simply relaying the lay of the situation. That is not meant to be a. That is not meant to be a criticism. Have been talking on Discord, and they've been showing me a lot of Hollow Knight art or Silksong art, specifically like uh, Hornet chakra ship art, which I like a lot because it is it's a situation where Hornet gets to be vulnerable, and I sort of couldn't help but make something myself. I I in looking up reference for this image, I saw that other people had definitely had the same idea. Chakra, why must you always squat when you speak with me? Would you rather I hold you up? Yes. Uh, I don't know. It's been sort of a while since I've done any kind of serious fan art of something. I've never done ship art before, I don't think. Um, I'm trying to think when was the last time I sat and did fan art of a specific thing. I guess it was that piece I did. Not, yeah, I say piece as though it was incredibly difficult to do. Uh, it wasn't. I painted a Liron from Gurren Lagann because we had been rewatching Gurren Lagann, and I'd forgotten how much I liked Liron actually. It sucks that part of his character is that he is sort of teasingly malicious at the children in the group. As the only, like, obviously queer-coded character in the series. But they're also, like, uh, canonically non-binary, and their main mechanic, and have lots of cool little spider bots to do that mechanic work. Gurren Lagann's neat. It's a neat show that I suggest people watch. You have to put up with a certain degree of not particularly necessary ass and titty. And please don't get me wrong, I'm for gratuitous ass and titty kind of generally. Myself. But I am aware that it is something that not everyone enjoys to the degree I do. Alright, let's check out Bile Water then. Because I sort of want to leave the mist, capital T, capital M, over there for its own thing. Okay, I need to do the hunter's run to be able to jump up to there. Yep. We'll just heal that. Ooh, huh? Yep. Great. There was a tripwire. I'm glad that I noticed it just in time. Because otherwise we would have been hit by this giant fucking spike ball. Are there more traps? Probably. Let's keep an eye out. Oh yeah, just like right here? Oh, damn. Okay. I was sort of thinking you dropped the other direction. Tried to dodge out of the way. Ooh, you're goopy. I bet you pop when I... Yep. You sure do pop when I finish you, you squit. A plentiful pest with a sharp proboscis and a belly full of bile. Oh, Oh, I didn't mean to throw my boomerang there, but it worked, so... Fuck it. I wonder if I take poison damage if I'm in that explosion. Oh, they, trigger each other's bile explosions when they die, huh? Okay. Ow, okay. Okay, that's on me. Panicked just a little bit. Okay. That was a fun one. These are gonna reset when I rest. I know they will. I'm gonna have to remember which way these spike traps are falling. I don't like that these squits can apparently just sort of manifest out of midair. Huh, okay. So, this happened the first time we walked into the first screen of Bile Water. There was a figure in the foreground that sort of jumped away from us indistinctly. Rather, an indistinct figure that distinctly was jumping away from us. And they're back. I guess I mean, we're not chasing them. That's not, because that's not the intent, but we are going where they're going. Oh, those platforms sink? Okay, those platforms sink. I don't like that very much. No, I shouldn't make that reference. Not that there's anything wrong with that reference, it's just not the time. Oh, okay, need the hunter's run to leap across that. There it is. Okay. So those other squits can just sort of walk up and down walls, it turns out. Oh, right, we rested here where Styx was. On the other hand, you're done, um, you're done making whatever you were making because there's a big egg there. Hey, Styx, I can't help but notice that it's moving. Hey, Styx, your thing, your egg gift, and thank you for it, by the way, I guess, is moving. I'm sorry. I should have warned before I did it. I will remember to do that in the future. There are more hisses incoming. Mistress, is the morsel I grew worthy? You must consume and become stronger. This is how I will serve my mistress. While you hunt, I will prepare morsels, always preparing them for my mighty mistress. Continue this work if it pleases you, sir, but do not call me your mistress, for I am not. But you are, mistress. You are strong, and I am. Uh, you are weak. I'm sorry. You are strong, and I am weak. A slave, always your slave. No, no. Okay, what the fuck's in here then? A silk eater. What the hell's that? Grub that lives within and feeds upon Farloom's lingering silk, born with the ability to sense silk over great distances. Consume the silk eater to retrieve a cocoon after falling in battle. Oh, so this is kind of the get out of jail free card if you drop your cocoon somewhere that's really uncomfortable that you don't want to go get. You don't want to go get it. Cool. I'm gonna keep coming back here because I'm really hoping that eventually I can fucking get through to you. But it's a whole thing. Let's go back to Bilgewater. Bilgewater? Bilewater. Bilgewater's a boat thing. I don't precisely know what it is as a boat thing. I mean, I guess from context, I can presume that it's the water in the bilge. Which I think is the part of the boat that's the shitter. I could be wrong. Hey, really quickly, let's learn what a bilge is. Let's do that together, as a family. I was gonna bring up DuckDuckGo on my phone. Uh, a bilge, let's go to Wikipedia. The bilge is part of a ship or boat. The bilge of a ship or boat is the part of the hull that would rest on the ground if the vessel were unsupported by water. The turn of the bilge is the transition from the bottom of a hull to the sides of a hull. Internally, the bilges is the lowest compartment on a ship and seaplane on either side of the keel and in a traditional wooden vessel between the floors. The word is also sometimes used to describe the water that collects in this area, water that does not drain off the side of the deck or through a hole in the hull, which it would typically do via scupper, instead drains down into the ship into the bilge. This water may be from rough seas, rain, leaks in the hull, or stuffing box or other interior spillage. The water must be pumped out to prevent the bilge from becoming too full and threatening to sink the ship. Also, presumably, and the reason why it is used as a depending on the ship's design and function, bilge water may contain water, oil, urine, detergent, solvents, chemicals, pitch particles, and other materials. So, in addition to being like stagnant water on a boat, it's also full of whatever crap and crud it picks up on the way down to it. Isn't that fun? We learned something about bilges, or perhaps you already knew about bilges, and I learned that all on my own. Oh, right, 100 run. I gotta remember that it gives me that extra bit of horizontal movement. Also, I'm glad I remembered about the... glad I remembered about the spike traps before I got there. Get out of here. My brain really kind of wants a dream nail equivalent. So I can know how all these poor bastards we're fighting on the side of the road died. So maybe I don't die that way. This is really pretty music for such a grotesque area. How audible is it, the music? I suppose I have no way of knowing. Can we turn the game audio up even a little bit more? Yeah, let's actually. I'll just turn it down in my headphones. Because with as good as the sound is in this game, I definitely want it to be able to have a moment to be able to express itself. I'm just gonna I guess I'm gonna run up there to the fucking, oh, well, alright. Come back over and then squit. Okay, well, that didn't quite work the way I wanted it to, but we got rid of the fucking... We got rid of the grubs just in time for me to come over here and hit my cocoon and be able to actually heal. This time I'm going to be a little more cautious climbing up, because now we know that there are fucking bugs on this side of the wall. Oh, hey. 2 for 1. That's absolutely... Yep. Oh, there's a flea down this side path. You're hiding behind something. Is that Grimble or whatever his name is? No, Grimble's hood looked different. What the... and who the... Okay, well... Alright. See, it's safe now. Please get out of here. So who the fuck were you? Snitchfly, a pernicious looter found all over Farloom. So is Grendel like the leader of that pack, or...? They're definitely a snitchfly. They called themselves that. Hi there, Queen Freya, Adelaide, Ambrosia Dragon. I'm very happy to see you. I agree that you're #1 in chat. #1 in chat, #1 in our hearts. Ow. Oh shit. I really, really wanted that to heal instead of just get rid of the grub water, but here we are. Just gotta be really cautious climbing up here. So... Yep. Alright. We can do that better, and the reason we can do that... right, hay sticks. The reason we can do that better is because I don't have to go fight those, those snitch flies this time. I would really like for there to have been a bench somewhere between here and where I was, but... Wow. Alright, fantastic. That went much worse than last time. I mean, it doesn't matter, we got out of it okay. I even have full health again, it's just... I really didn't want to take that kind of damage. I've been playing Skyrim today. It has been very nice. I saw you posting a little bit about that. It did not occur to me before you started posting about it that there's not really fat-bodied characters in Skyrim. Which is something... Sorry, I took a sip of water. Which is something that I should maybe be a little more steadfast in noticing in general about video games. Because I tend to praise games that have, like, obvious body diversity. But if there's not, I don't really think about that much. And I think that is a path of thought that I need to change for myself. And notice it more when it is lacking rather than just be grateful of it when it is there. The weight slider in Skyrim mostly only changes breast and hip size. Yeah. I'm just gonna go over here and let the squits respawn so I can farm them for silk. Right, okay. Forgot which way down that came. Besides the modding stuff, what have you been doing in Skyrim? What, spaces and quests have you been investigating? Because I definitely played a shit ton of Skyrim when it came out. But upon you saying that you were playing it, I sort of went back through the memories of it in my brain and couldn't really come up with any particular quest line that stood out to me. I remembered a lot of areas, but no, like, individual quests that made me go, oh right, this thing was very fun to do. Should I just lay down a little bit? Yeah, sure, fuck it. I don't have to try and sit ramrod straight. Who am I trying to impress? Hey, get over here. No. Alright, well, that didn't quite go the way I wanted to, but on the other hand, I am fighting the squid over here now on solid land, as opposed to doing a sky battle. Actually, let's just heal before we get too deep into this paint. I have been loosely following the College of Winterhold quests, and one of the mages there tried to have her killed by bounty. That was not part of the quest line. Oh no. Is the College of Winterhold the, like, bards, the bards quest? I'm sort of remembering that now. I think that's the place that ended up being my main, like, home. Her destructive magic is blossoming and she has been exploring the dwarven ruins. Wonderful. September is grabbing my shoulder and shouting because of course it is. It really likes the way the Dwemer ruins are, the way all the Dwemer stuff is. Because they're interesting takes on, like, automatons in a, like, fantasy setting. The College of Winterhold is a different college. This one is about the pursuit of all types of magic. I'm interested in following the necromantic path there as well. I don't remember this. I should maybe go back and replay Skyrim sometime. I gotta... do I want to tell that story? I don't, actually. When Skyrim came out, I was living with a guy. We weren't together. I was just living there, and yeah, playing that game around them sort of exposed the reasons I needed to get the fuck out of that house. The Dwemer ruins were eye-catching. I hadn't seen machinery up until that point. Yeah. What the fuck is happening over there? I'm gonna finish my thought once I go over here and see precisely how bad it's going to be. Wow! Okay, you're fun. Right, so that's the figure in the foreground that was that we were sort of following. It's entirely possible that you don't remember Winterhold College because I essentially level skipped. She's incredibly underleveled, so I'm playing it like Dark Souls. Oh no. Can I just get up this way before I... Yeah, a little bit. Wow, you can shoot those really far, huh? Those poison darts? That sucks for me. I do love Skyrim. It contains many of my interests. I presume part of those interests are, like, obviously dragons. And very fancy medieval clothing. What else is speaking to you about it? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, that sucks. I hate that. What the fuck just happened? Okay, so just to quickly clarify what occurred, there was a bug on the ground. I got closer and it stood up. It had a cage on its back. It spat a whole bunch of stuff that I tried to avoid but couldn't. It stuck me to the ground, and then it dropped the cage from its back on top of me, and now we're here. In the cage, floating some amount above the ground. There we go. We're in the slab. Why would you take the cloak away from us? They took the cloak away from us. So now we're just... I don't know, I suppose this is naked. Oh, we don't have our needle either. We can attack with kicks. And we can still run and climb. So that's good. I'd really love my stuff back. A lock with the mark of heretic. Okay. Well, time for a prison break, I guess. Oh, that whole assemblage comes apart if I kick it enough, huh? No. No, I probably need something a little stronger before I can kick through that. This pile of cages. Those two, royalty, vampires, mountains, the influence of Norse myth, magic, and how directly you're able to interface with the world. A lock with the mark of indolent. Okay. So that's what a pressure plate looks like. Let's try not to step on any more of those, as I said, stepping on one immediately. Oh, you're cute. Hey, that's my stuff. Hey, give me back my stuff. Please and thank you. I'm not really looking forward to fighting y'all naked. Alright, I actually can't get up over this way. So that sucks. I also enjoy how the Argonians are lizards. The Argonians are lizards. Here's the thing I miss, and I understand. I might not even be in the minority on this one. I miss in Morrowind and Elder Scrolls previous to that, Argonians and Khajiit could not wear boots because they were digitigrade and boots just didn't fit on them. And they sort of backed off that, and I understand why, because that's the sort of thing that fucks with like game rules numbers, right? Because having boots adds to your armor score, which uh, predicts how much of a fight you can handle before needing to heal and stuff like that. But it was a nice little flavor thing that I enjoyed a lot. Oh, we're outside, and it's cold. And we're cold. Oh, who? Okay. So our health up there in the top left turned into little icicles and looked like it was about to break. So I guess we have a limited amount of time out here in the cold before bad shit starts happening to us. Okay. Oh, right, I just tried to do my thrust attack and don't have access to that. Well, what the fuck then? You shouldn't be able to see me, you're covered entirely by cloth. Actually, you know what? Fuck you. We're not doing this. Alright, let's try that again. Just gonna hop over the pressure plates. We're not gonna fucking deal with you. Do you still have my stuff? Yes, you still have my stuff. I would like it back, please. Armor score is an issue in Skyrim, and that's because the noble robes do not have a high armor score. I'm looking into finding a health enchantment. You can, I don't know what kind of magic you're... Oh, hey, Grindel. I was just thinking about you. What kind of magic you're going for, but it is not difficult to get. I was gonna say not difficult. That sort of depends on how you build your character, I suppose. To just like put armor upping enchantments on cloth. Because they want just like squishy wizards to be viable too. Oh, you're looking a little stuck there. Oh, what a pity. We meet again, little thief. Are you familiar with this place? If we outline our efforts, our escape could be made that much easier. Oh, you jesting? There ain't no allies in prison. You just throw yourself against the walls there while I go sniffing for goodies. Okay. You know, I'm trying to help you. What's this? We have the key of the indolent, so that's good. I'm gonna run away. Alright, fortunately I can still heal. Unfortunately, I'm not doing much damage against this flying bug. I didn't really describe them, by the way. There's two of them. There's a big one that runs along the ground and a much smaller one that flies. They're both covered entirely by cloth and have crap, what do you call that? Is it a yoke? A metal wooden thing around their neck, which is preventing them from taking the cloth off themselves. Lock with the mark of the indolent. Use the key of the indolent? Yes. Let's do that. Is this where we just were? No. Okay. Calm the fuck down. Maybe I should just not do combat at all until I get my fucking needle back. Because I think trying to kick these fellow prisoners to death is kind of a non-starter. I very much wish to find an elegant aristocratic robe in meat space. I love my lace dresses, but I do also adore those medieval robes. Oh, pardon me, I'm yawning. Hey, Grindel. No, I can't just kick you. Why'd you leave me for dead? Oi, we thought one of them buzzing bullies was sneaking up on us, but it's just a mangy jail bug. Why are you in here then? Got thieving, were you? Greedy.
Nada.
I've stolen nothing. Rather, I suspect the wardens are servants of the Citadel. The cage they used in my capture bore similar runes to the one that first brought me to this land. Found in that cage, I'd have proved a fine gift were they to deliver me to their masters. Ha, there ain't nothing fine about you, jailbug. Objectively incorrect. We recognize a fellow thief as soon as we saw you. And I'll be lingering around here. These guards will be wanting to pop you back in your cage quick.
Renita.
They'll not get the chance. I will reclaim my belongings and leave this grim place with haste.
Hironare.
You seem to have some familiarity with this prison and its guards. Do you know a path to escape? Escape? A little jailbug like you ain't ever escaping anything. Get out of here, will you? Stop bothering us. You got nothing to steal, so we got nothing to talk about. There's lots of good stuff tucked away in this old prison. Lovely place to bring a lucky little snitch bug like Grindel. What a favor those lugs did us. So. Alright. I'll just sit here then. This video game looks lovely. This video game has been very lovely. We can apparently go this way. Oh. I love that so much. Okay, so it doesn't make sense for Chakra to be here, right? Because it's a prison. How is she going to get in the prison and just sort of fucking chill, right? That's also not that's explicitly not what she's doing, like narratively. She would have no reason to be here. So, in order for us to get our map of the area, we've found a bug that has a map tattooed on its shell as part of a escape attempt. That kicks. I love it. Map updated. Take map for a given. Oh, I didn't expect um that. We did just sort of break them. That's fun. Uh, that's good. That's a nice little thing to leave off on, I think. Yeah, the video game has been lovely. Beyond the fact that I am a sucker for Hollow Knight's general sort of ethos when it comes to like combat and platforming. The This is something I was talking about earlier in the stream. The animation game has stepped up considerably from Hollow Knight to Silksong. Everything feels just that little like 6 or 7% nicer, which is what you want out of a sequel that took 6 years. This is the reason why I never got mad, right? A lot of people got mad, and I understand sort of where they were coming from. But I wanted Team Cherry to make the thing they wanted to make and the way they wanted to make it because I knew if they were allowed to, it was going to fucking slam. And I have not been proven wrong. I'm gonna quit the stream here because it's almost 11 o'clock, which is sort of my cutoff time because I need to sleep because I got work in the morning. Thank you for joining me, Queen Freya. Thank you to anyone else who was watching the stream and has chosen to remain silent. Appreciate having you here. Thank you to anyone who's watching this on a VOD. I hope that you're having a good time, whatever time and place you see this in. We are meeting asynchronously. I'm not saying that right. I'm going to look up the word I mean so I can say it right next time. I've been Remy. Uh, Me and my spouse September stream on this channel. It's gonna be me doing Silksong every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday for the foreseeable future until I finish with Silksong, I suppose. Uh, Boy, if you wanted to like the video, you could. If you wanted to leave a comment, that would be a thing you could do. Hitting the subscribe button would let you be informed when we go live, if that's something that's important to you. You don't have to do any of those things. I'm not your aggressively genderless parent. Uh, do whatever the fuck fits your life. That everything? I think that's everything. Uh, Love you. Have a good night. I'll see you on Tuesday.